We are not able to prevent this from happening, as this could be many things in our lives. I have found over the years, the way that I dealt with this successfully was, instead of fighting against this, was to then go with this. As sometimes we can come across like a wall of both sides of ourselves, feeling quite strongly about something, yet nothing is shifting or changing. When I come to situations like this for myself and with others, I then feel that this is the time to say, just go with it and see what happens then. As sometimes we are fighting the old, yet within there is a resistance or stubbornness of the old that we find we are having difficulty with, yet we feel so strongly about this something as well. It is a piece by piece situation here with this, as in, all other avenues need to be explored and felt into. And usually this is from when we have been attempting to shift something for a little while, yet this something still remains. Now, in saying this, please do not take this as doing something detrimental to oneself. This is not about or allowing one to come to any harm whatsoever. This is like, and I will give you an example here of when one feels strongly to do something, as in, one may feel strongly that they want to move ahead, and to do so, they are resonating to doing, say, a course in something to assist them with this. The old wants to push ahead and do this course, yet one is not feeling this deeply, yet they feel they need to do something. One can remain at such a crossroad with this and for some time, pushing against oneself, over and over, yet not really breaking through. This is when I say that sometimes we need to then follow this path, to see it through. To follow the feeling of wanting to do a course, to then see if this is part of one's soul's divine journey or not. This actually happened with a soul that felt stuck in for some time. I know we had exhausted all other avenues within for themselves, and when this place was reached, through personal learnings and experience over the years, I then said just do it and see. What this did was allow this soul to push through the wanting to do this. And you know what happened? They followed through in organizing this, yet when it came time to actually commit to this, then they felt deep inside, no, they were not ready. Only through this following through of this, did this then allow this soul to then recognize that they were operating from the old ways of their past, in pushing oneself, which may have assisted them in the past, yet things and energies are so very different now, that unless this soul experienced this for themselves, to feel this and have this experience, to then draw from this feeling and recognizing this within themselves in the future, they would not have fully felt and understood the meaning of knowing and experiencing our worlds apart. When someone has been operating from the head for a while, it can take a long time to shift this to feeling and coming from our hearts, and it can be over and over, with each situation or facet by facet. As many of us have needed to operate or function, to cope from our heads in the past. It was literally survival for many. Even those who talk the talk and seem to be doing okay are still learning to link their spirit to their soul and to shift those old negative thoughts, that can keep one in an old loop. So much is and has been hidden for so long by so many, through no fault of their own, as there is no fault here. There is only room for growth and expansion, of loving oneself and coming home to oneself. And that starts by being totally honest with oneself. To push through any fear one may have. As often, it is ourselves that we fear. Of coming home to our self-empowerment. You are stronger and wiser than you may realize. And this realization starts with us, and that for so long, many of us have hidden our true selves. And now we need to arise from the ashes of the old, as a new phoenix for a new birthing. As always, I am right here with you. Much unconditional love, truth, and honesty.